The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden light over the blocky terrain of Minecraftshire. For Max and Leela, this was no ordinary twilight, it marked the beginning of their greatest adventure yet. The new deep-sea expansion mod had taken the community by storm, teasing explorers with its promise of unexplored territories beneath the hacking waves of the Minecraft oceans. Armed with deep-sea suits, high-tech mechs, and a healthy dose of curiosity, the duo readied their gear, their hearts pounding with excitement. Max tightened the straps on his sleek, metallic suit, admiring the glowing blue accents that flickered to life with a low hum as he powered it on. Next to him, Leela was crouched over a sleek deep-sea mech, meticulously checking the controls. "Everything's good to go on my end," she declared with a grin, her lively green eyes sparkling. "Ready to dive?" "Always." Max laughed, slapping her back as they stepped into the ocean vessel under the newly opened dock, on the shores of Mermouth Isle. The entire structure was a sprawling base with bioluminescent lights, lining its walls. Inside it housed several submersibles modified for deep-sea exploration. They picked one that looked like a mix between an armored turtle and a spaceship, aptly named the Deep Dancer. As they entered, the momentary darkness enveloped them before the cabin lights flickered on. Max took the pilot seat while Leela settled into the navigation console beside him. With a flick of a switch, the vessel's engines roared to life, and they could feel the vibrations humming beneath their feet. "Let's head to the abyssal trench first," Leela suggested, pointing to a map with deep blue markings, suggesting vast ravines and unexplored territories. "Sounds good," Max replied, adjusting their course. As the Deep Dancer Aqua propelled forward, the world above them faded, and in its place, a kingdom of aqua blue and green unfolded. Schools of fish whizzed past the porthole, glowing jellyfish illuminated the dock waters, and strange coral formations swayed gently with the tide. As they dove deeper, the colors shifted, becoming less vibrant, giving way to darker blues and deep indigos. The temperature began to drop, and Max adjusted the temperature control in their suits. The once vibrant ocean life thinned, replaced by eerie silhouettes that danced in and out of view. "Keep an eye on the depth gauge," Leela advised, her fingers tapping furiously on the console. "Things can get really interesting below 200 blocks. It's just another adventure, right?" Max chuckled, masking a hint of trepidation as they crossed the 200-block threshold. Instantaneously, the sea was alive with strange creatures. Colossal jellyfish pulsated rhythmically, and spine-finned fish glided quickly, their sharp outlines barely visible in the dim blue light. "Look!" Leela breathed in awe, pointing toward a massive towering structure, rising from the ocean floor, a sunken ship, its once proud bow twisted and broken. "Let's check it out," the mechanics whirred as they piloted the Deep Dancer close to the wreck. Faded holographic carvings still glimmered on the ship's surface, telling tales of a bygone era. But something moved in the shadows, shifting between the jagged hull and broken masts. "Did you see that?" Max whispered, his voice barely above a murmur. "I did," Leela responded, her eyes widening. "It looked aggressive." Suddenly, without warning, A creature with phosphorescent tentacles lunged at them, its giant maw open wide, teeth long and grotesque. The deep dancer's alarm blared as Leela slammed on the controls, maneuvering the vessel just in time. "Getting too close for comfort here," she shouted, adrenaline pumping through her veins. "Accelerate. We need to get out of its territory." Max pressed the throttle down as the ship jetted forward, rushing past the wreck and skimming the turquoise waters. The creature snapped its jaws behind them, furious and relentless. Just as they thought they would escape, the megalodon, its scales reflecting a brilliant light, slammed against the hull, throwing the deep dancer sideways. "Brace yourself," Leela yelled, gripping the controls as Max prepared for impact. The deep dancer twirled in the water before righting itself, giving them some precious distance. "Let's try deploying the mesh," Max exclaimed, reaching for the hatch. "We can't outrun it like this." They activated the mesh's launch bay, and with a satisfying clunk, the deep-sea exosuit floated free from its restraints, crashing into the sea, beside them in a plume of bubbles. Leela quickly jumped into the cockpit of the mesh, her fingers flying over the controls as Max dove into his own suit, the world around them becoming even darker. As they emerged from the deep dancer, Leela turned on her Omni blade, its blue glow cutting through the darkness. "Let's show it who's boss," she yelled, adrenaline coursing through her veins as she spotted the monstrous fish, circling back, ready for a second strike. Max followed suit, activating his thrusters and propelling towards the creature, fear coursing through him but overshadowed by the thrill of exploration. They worked in tandem, dodging the creature's jaws and striking its sides, their agile mechs moving like dancers in the dark water. After a ferocious battle of agility and power, their combined determination finally began to take its toll on the creature. With one last leap, Leela slashed through one of the megalodon's massive fins, sending it spiraling away into the abyss, defeated and vanquished. Gasping, both adventurers floated amidst the stillness that had ensued. The ocean floor was littered with the remnants of ancient vessels, seafloor plants swirling gently around them. With the beast gone, the deep-sea exploration could truly begin. "Let's scout the area," Max proposed, his heart still racing. "There has to be treasure amongst the wreckage." As they combed through the site with their mechs, they found chests filled with precious minerals and enchanting artifacts glittering like jewels, trophies of the creatures that once ruled this part of the ocean. They couldn't help but share a joyous laugh, proud of their successful encounter. "Every block we explore brings new surprises," Leela said, her excitement palpable. The ocean unfolded its mysteries around them, a world entirely different, one that whispered promises of adventure, danger, and delight. The deeper they went, the more alive the sea became, revealing its wonders and perils. Together, they were ready to embrace everything this uncharted territory had to offer as long as they had each other. No depth was too great, no part too far. With renewed vigor, they set their sights on a distant current that shimmered like a beacon of adventure, the true essence of Minecraft's wide expanse awaiting them in the deep.